Uko Fiti.
Kuna kitu inaleta, kuna attitude fulani towards a certain gender inaleta. Ndio, yani kwanu unanielewa? So we want to shift attitudes. Ndio tumeelewa that the bigger issue here is women kupigwa na wanaume, that statistically venye amesema wengi unacheki. So hizi ni attitudes gani? Let's address these attitudes. Attitude ya kwanza, men are superior to women. Like, because if you talk about power dynamics and all that, men wakiwa hapa, obviously women wako hapa, and that is one of the attitudes that we say. Ukifikiria hivyo ina lead to violence. Usifikirie hivyo. Unaelewa?
Ngoja amesema kitu which I want to give a bit of pushback. We are talking hii mambo ya attitude that it can only lead one way. I can say, like right now, and I'll use but sasa, and don't bring the unasema wanawake ni watoto. Tusifanye hiyo nonsense.
Calling it a nonsense.
For me it pisses me off.
Calling it
because that's
so ushasema kile tunaenda kusema.
No, I've had this conversation. Nimesema tu tusiseme because that one will trigger.
Na kama nataka kusema na niko na reason,
utaspia na reason. So this is what I'm going to say. Utasema tu. And then now I'll also push it back. When nasema ni ati we believe sisi kama grown ups, as a parent, I believe my child is beneath me.
And we shouldn't think like that.
I know the reason why.
I was just saying.
Don't tell me what to think.
In what sense?
Relax. I say I am the person to take care of this child. I'm the person to protect this child.
And protecting them, they are beneath you. I'm just asking.
Wacha nimalize point, then you can.
Asking.
You see, I can't answer you uki-interject katikati ya point yangu. Uko na notebook. Use your pen and write.
Asante.
Now you see, wewe kama mtu mzima, you don't think uko the same level na mtoto, but nyinyi ni humans. So in terms ya sisi ni binadamu uko same level. In terms ya wewe ni binadamu, mimi ni binadamu.
So let me get this straight.
But yeye, mimi kama mzazi wake, I know ako chini ya authority yangu. So that means
I think that is better put than ako chini yako.
Ako chini ya authority yangu, so ako chini yangu.
Language is very important.
So ako chini yangu. So that means I can use my authority for wrong or for good. It doesn't just have to go one way. Just because women are below men does not mean that men have to beat women. These men can also be protectors of women. Let's just assume that women are below men.
So is that an assumption or is that something that you actually believe? No, it's a conversation we are having.
For the sake of this discussion, let's just say that men believe women are beneath them.
No, I'm asking you. This is a personal thing. I'm asking you. Do you believe that? Like, where Kama Raymond come out? Do you believe that?
So are we making it now personal?
No. I want to know what your opinion.
And then.
Yeah.
What is
do you
the
believe
purpose?
that?
And then ukijua.
I just want to understand you better, to understand your perspective, where you're coming from.
Hiyo sitasema sahi. Because it a derail conversation. I see where you are going.
So it's
a personal thing.
I just want to understand. Because
you want to understand me or the conversation.
What you believe brings you the conversation. So I want to understand, is that actually something you believe?
It's okay for you to misunderstand me.
So you know what?
That's what I'm saying.
You don't want to give us context or perspective?
I've said that I'm going to grant the point that women are beneath men for the sake of the conversation.
Okay. But
and then I am going to give a pushback. Let's just assume that is the case.
Assuming women are below men.
But yes, for the sake of this conversation.
Which is a large assumption.
That's what I'm saying, because we need to take this conversation forward.
Okay.
Just because women are beneath men does not automatically mean men have to perpetrate violence against women. Why? Because just because children are under the authority of the parents, quote unquote beneath them, does not mean the parent has to perpetrate violence against the child. Yes.
Allow me to speak. So first of all, I don't think it is okay to contrast the two. The parent-child relationship, a man and woman relationship.
Why?
I think the dynamic is very different. Okay? It is very different because a child is a human being that is fully dependent on you. You know, you have, I'll use the word rights loosely over this child. Do whatever it is so please. We are the way we are because our parents made decisions for us.
I'm writing notes so that I don't misquote you.
Yeah, exactly.
So that I don't misquote you.
For you and a woman, you guys are supposed to be ideal. That is not what is there. That is not the societal expectation. That is not what men out there think of women. So you, by that virtue, you can't put the two. You can't contrast the two.
So question to you. So this is what you've said. Because the child is fully dependent on the parent.
Yes.
That's why the child is beneath the parent.
No, he's under
that
the authority.
Is why they are under your authority.
Under the authority of the parent. Yes. So now, if there is a woman who is fully dependent on a man, so that woman should be under the authority of the man.
This is why I'm saying you can't even bring
No. You see what I'm doing? That's what I'm doing. What I'm doing is, if A plus 1 is equals to 1A,
it's
direct.
Allow me speak.
Okay.
Step A for me is the fact that you have to separate the two first. Don't even bring the fact that a woman could be dependent on you. Leave the dynamic of the child and the parent away.
Can I say something?
You see, now you are curtailing the conversation.
We are allowed to do that.
It's okay.
Listen to me. I curtailed it from the word go. I said you can't contrast.
And your reason is what?
Those are two different things.
I said
because
men and women are supposed to be equals.
No.
So listen to me.
I'm listening.
You have a problem with listening. You have a problem with listening.
I'm listening.
Ideally, I'm supposed to be equal to my husband.
Ideally.
It doesn't matter who is bringing income in the form of money.
So what do you mean by equal?
And who is bringing caregiving duties. It doesn't matter. So we are all contributing to a relationship or a marriage in one capacity or the other. We are supposed to be equals. You do not have that same dynamic.
Can you define equal?
Listen.
Relax.
It's okay. Anatumia equal, and I want to understand.
You can write it down and then you can write it down. Just because you will keep ruining my train of thought.
You see what I say? Somebody might say something that will. Tuendelee. It's okay.
Yeah, so don't stop me. Please, I'm asking.
It's okay. Tuendelea.
So when you have a wife, for example, you said you have a wife.
I'm married, yes.
Beautiful.
I'd actually like to know what your dynamic is.
Why?
It's up
to you to answer.
No, that's what I'm asking. What is the purpose of that conversation?
I'm saying it is up to you to answer or not. But it would be nice to know what the dynamic between you and your wife, just based off of the things that you're saying. And then also, when you have a child, like for example, I imagine if I have a child, I am going to make decisions for them.
Why?
Right down to what they're going to eat, just because by the mere virtue they can't cook for themselves.
Capacity.
You know, that is not the same way you can treat a wife.
Can I just say, I'm adding to the point so that you answer them all together.
It's okay, but let me do this. Let me say this. I'm doing a logical parallel. Unaona iko hivi? Ngoja utasema, si utasema afu nitajibu umeniuliza swali, si ndio? Nimesema
nitakusaidia.
I'm just drawing a logical parallel because if you say
utaki.
Write it down. Nimesema if you say I'm going to make decisions on this child and then I ask why, you have to give me a reason.
And I was giving it, but you
why? Like you see, because that reason, if you give that reason and you say it's because of A, B, C, D,
I was giving it, Kama, and I have given one reason.
Ni sawa, na ndio niliuliza, and then you say no, already tumesema ni different. That's why nimesema if the why, that's why they say if it is good for the goose, it has to be good for the gander. And that's why I said if you give a reason, and I can draw the parallel to a woman who has those characteristics, does that mean then that the person who is in authority can behave the way we want to behave because a child ako kwa hiyo situation? Sasa sema ya.
Ngoja ni sawa. It's okay. Riddle, so many riddle come. Riddle guys. Riddle come. So, gari iko na taya. Si ndio?
Yes.
Baiskeli iko na taya.
Yes.
Baiskeli ni gari.
Zote ni taya.
Baiskeli ni gari?
Baiskeli si gari. Lakini zote ni taya.
Baiskeli ni gari?
Si gari. Lakini zote ni taya. Nishasema si gari. Wewe jibu swali yangu.
Zote ni taya.
Exactly. Tumemaliza. Zote ni taya.
Haya, so now sijamaliza, wacha nimalize. Sasa umenipea chance ya kuongea. Haya.
Kwa Gaiseri ni gani?
When you say a man and authority should be able, authority ni taya. Authority ni taya. Sawa? Okay?
Authority ni taya.
Authority ni taya. Lakini
when do we decide ni taya?
No,
I
am explaining something. Wacha nimalize. Alafu mwanamke, any example, take this as a metaphor, okay? Mwanamke ni gari, mtoto ni baiskeli. Kwa hivyo uzisema mtoto ni baiskeli kwa sababu wote kwa under the authority of a man, which is taya. Umeelewa?
Umemaliza?
Yes,
nimeget. Na mimi nikisema mwanamke ni taya ya gari na mtoto ni taya ya baiskeli, because wewe chukua taya ya baiskeli uweke kwa gari na iende.